Hey guys, how's it going? So I have here before you probably the king of the Rolex sports lineup. Um, you have the Submariner, you have the GMT, and after that, beyond that, it becomes it's just another level, right, of Rolex sports watches, and it's none other than the Rolex Daytona, a true icon, right? Popularized by Paul Newman, who was a race car driver and actor, and the Daytona was, you know, it was just made as a racing watch, and fantastic history, fantastic provenance. It's a true icon. Beautiful watch. This is the 116520. Um, it's a beautiful watch. What are my initial thoughts? I haven't spent much time with this. I got this watch pretty recently, but my initial impressions were it was positive. It was good. I mean, it was a Rolex Daytona. Um, However, I would say that the dial it just looked a little smaller than what I envisioned it to be. I guess that's because the dial has to fit in the three sub dials and the five lines of text along with the crown, and the hour markers kind of like elongated. So the dial is pretty busy, right? Not to mention it has the red Daytona word above the bottom sub dial. So it's but at the same time it maintains a certain amount of symmetry. I know a lot of people can't stand that the center of the subdials on the side here, they are not in line with the 3 and 9 o'clock hour marker. They're slightly above. Here, let me show you that. Right? So ever so slightly, they're not perfectly lined. And people can't stand it, but I'm like, hey, whatever, man. It's still symmetric, right? Don't get so anal, man. I mean, hey, you got pushers and buttons here, and the crown here is not perfectly symmetrical. So, you got something that's a little too anal, right? But I guess I can kind of understand, right? These things go, they sell for upwards of 10,000 US dollars, right? These are expensive, and when something costs that much, there are certain expectations that need to be met, right? The people expect flawless execution, build quality, design, and performance. And when you pay that much money, you better get it right? It's just not a small sum. But then again, sometimes you just can't be so OCD, so like, I don't know, maybe I am a little bit OCD too, but only these watches have taught me how to let things be a little bit, right? Sometimes things aren't perfect, things, and you have to accept them, perfection is unrealistic in itself. Nothing is perfect, nothing is made perfect, and there will always be imperfections, right? Which makes this hobby very interesting. The Daytona has a tachymeter bezel, which I honestly don't use. I've never used it. Of course, it's got screw-down pushers. I mean, I will say that it's a sports watch, and it is pretty bling. I mean, it just shiny. Just look at how the light kind of like reflects and shines out of it. The new ceramic Daytonas, I think they're like, the subdials are matte, so it's not as eye-catching. It's preference. I won't say I prefer that look. I mean, I'm definitely not gonna spend upwards of 16, 17, 18,000. Well, not 18,000 anymore, but you know, it's February 2017, and I've seen them go for about 15,000 US dollars. So slowly but surely, prices are dropping down. I'd say around Christmas time of 2016, people were, you know, the ceramic Daytona were being sold for about at least 16,000. So it's been 2 months, and the price has dropped. I'd say at least $500-600 US over 2 months, right? So you know, if you use that as a measuring stick, every 2 months you drop 500. Every month, let's say the price drops by 250. You know, maybe in a year's time, these watches would go for right at would sell at retail price, right, which is, what is it, 12,400, I believe, around the 12,000 mark, which you know, I'd be willing to spend on. I'm not willing to pay above list price for any watch, just because, you know, I don't need to wait for it. But that being said, you know, I really wanted a Daytona, and and this one came up for sale, and I just had to pounce on it. I got it at a pretty decent price around Christmas last year, or a little before Christmas, and these have actually gone up in price. I believe what will happen is the 116520 will eventually match up in price with the ceramic Daytona, simply because they just look, I mean, it's pretty much the same watch. All they did was change the bezel and change the dial slightly, but everything else is the same, right? The bracelet's the same, the case is the same, pusher's the same, you know, the text is the same, the font's the same. The only thing different is the bezel. So like the GMT Master 2, right, the pre-ceramic and the ceramic, they're almost the same price. Actually, in some cases, the pre-ceramic can be more expensive than the ceramic version. And I don't think Rolex will hold supply, will like restrict it so much, you know. I mean, the Swiss watch industry is not doing well. I'm sure even Rolex is feeling it, and they won't have, you know, they just will slowly but surely let these watches out in the market, and that will just bring the prices down. Supply will increase, demand will fall, and the prices should stabilize. I think these are well worth the money. I would pay list price for it. I would not pay anything more, you know, maybe 13,000 US dollars, and, you know, a couple $100 and on top of this price, that's it. But just wait it out, you know. Rolex Daytona, amazing watch, really beautiful, true icon, will hold its value. Right, this is a, you know, if there's a watch, if you're a one watch kind of guy, I think this is the one to get, the steel Rolex Daytona. Okay, anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and have a good day.